guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have Giften by Leyla, Suzan. So this is a book I got from Books by Nature Box. The box that I received from them was quite hilarious because we got some toilet roll in there, and I was like, you know, that's kind of funny. So this book was definitely a book I did not expect to be in a box like this. I was really interested by it as well, and I could not wait to read it. So yes, I read it in one sitting. Because it's only a small book with what, just about 300 pages. So this is what the cover looks like, and this is what the back looks like. So about the book is: a blighted land, ever since the darkening, survivals has been a struggle. The people of the field toil on parched earth, trying to forge a life and amid dwindling resources. As one of the Giften, Ruthie is a saviour to her isolated community. Her hands hold the rare ability to raise food from the dead soil, but she's also in the greatest danger. In the city lurks a dark army intent of hunting Giften to harness their power, with their threat growing even stronger. Ruthie and her friends must leave behind all that they have ever known and embark on a quest that will pitch them towards the city. A unknowable danger, one way or another. The battle is coming. I was like, ooh, yes, please. I don't mind that, and I will. So, this book was quite the interesting one. I don't think the book was signed. I'm not sure that from the author. You can have a little bit of a read along, but let's get into it. So, this was a really fun, read a book as well. A book I did not expect that I would like as well. So let's do. So the stunning story is actually going to be on an ebook as well, which was fun to find out, and obviously this is the paperback. So it is an intelligent. This is about an intelligent I can't say it. Story with a central core of a strong, ecological, authentic, without risky being preachy. The author talks about to our audience as people. There's a lack of patronising or over explanation, which often is, in the reader's opinion, distracts from the narratives in the way it reads. But why I acknowledge that I'm not one like the target audience to fascinate me to the mother of teens, a pure lover of good storytelling possibly, because books like this just doesn't exist when I was a teen. In this world, posed as an event known as the Darkening, communities live isolated and afraid of those who live in the city. Those who turn up on a whim and demand an offering. These are the mags, so men and guns, who take by force and imitation, as well as being stealth. For the city is preoccupied with the Giften, the randomly abled young who are of both genders, can raise from the dead ground crops to substance the living, keeping them as close as guarded secrets result in the death of all the community. The one with the novel focuses is on, called the Field. Many years has gone into buildings and sustaining it and propagating it, the crops, while telling the tales of the times before. The field day celebrations with the community come together in the shed, a meeting place and a gathering spot, to celebrate and give thanks for many people, thanking it make through another year, similar to a harvest. So the family of the first person narrator, Ruthie, has been devastated by the loss of her Dan, Ruthie's father. He and her best friend Owen went out for a supply run for Owen to return alone. Owen literally metaphorically takes the place of Dan, stating that he escaped from Mags while Dan was captured. He moves in with Gemma, Ruthie's mother, and Ruthie begins bringing his son Seb, and before long she's pregnant and he has a son with Owen named Ant, which is very odd for that. Unhappy as she is supplanting of her father, worse to come as Ruthie falls violently ill to the point of death, dragging herself out of the middle of the horrendous heat onto the burnt and parched ground. A transformation occurs. Ruthie becomes a Giften. The community comes together to be told that they have one in the midst, but not who it is, and so move forward with stealth to keep Ruthie safe and the community from the watchful eyes of Max. But with the high price offered for the person who is a Giften, the risk is too high to ignore. The enclosed safe world of the field needs to be left behind. And Ruth, Seb and Deb, another teen boy, and Stace, Ruthie's best friend, set out of the world beyond their own in an attempt to meet the elf rebel group, the Circle, or to take Ruthie to meet those who live in the sanctuary. Being brave is not easy. Their entire lives have been lived in such small place and such under a serenal condition. But when a new experiment of the city of Giftens is attempt to pass the quality on to norms, and stand must be made. In the epic quest, driven by the voice of Ruthie, which is beautifully inspired with an oral tradition of these people who pass down the tales and life stories of each other. In doing so, they are keeping an ancient tradition alive and also laying down future warnings about caring for a world which is plunging to the point of near destruction. Nature fought back in the forms of droughts, earthquakes, floods, so it's a brilliant metaphor to change the attitude to the more from a child to an adult. That is one of the things that can activate change, but also to pull growth from the earth, the lack of greed, the lack of influence by society, which means all the wrong virtues, giving certain teens abilities abilities to bring forth life, they symbolise in the future, whereas the industry standard city seeks to implot for the own needs to give can these have. So I thought the most of the gifting is that the greed will always lead to failure, and the humans have the chance to learn to change. I need to recognise that this time runs out before the reverse. The damage done is the name of the progress. It was an interesting meditation of on what storytelling means, how though the division, it is relatedly easy for fear and exposure for populism. So it's like a really interesting book to read. It was quite different because you're like, oh, I did not expect that. Why are you telling me about this? But then I was like, okay, more time I get into the book, I'm like, okay, I want to know, are they going to get it sorted? Are they going to help them out? Or are they just going to be a douchebag about it? That's pretty much my thing about it, but there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this book review, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.